Hey class, welcome to lesson 5, week 2. The first week we completed our stats spreadsheets that I have located over here on the right. So you should have gotten that completed in week 1. And also in week 1 you should have downloaded Tableau, the complete version, which I have open over here on the left. When you open it on your desktop, you'll come to this screen each time. As you notice over here, they kind of have some training videos you can watch. One of them will be connecting to data. Well, actually, you found that in your lecture notes. But there's some other ones there too that kind of just gives you a little bit more detail about all the functionality that this application has. But the main thing we're going to really be doing this week is just focusing on our spreadsheet and then also what we can do to convert that into the Tableau software. As you'll see here that I've actually kind of done one on discharges between 2015 and 2016. So when you are working on a workbook, each time you come back in and saved it, you'll come back in and I'll have it here on the dashboard for you to access. But the first thing I want to talk about is going to be our assignment that I want you to complete first this week. And that's going to be, we're going to be utilizing the spreadsheet that you submitted to me last week. You're going to take that same spreadsheet, but I want you to go ahead and start to manipulate the information in it. When you were presented this spreadsheet, it was mainly for assignment purposes. Now you've completed it. Now let's turn that information into something more meaningful. So like when you're in the workplace, you'll have scenarios where you have this data. You may have your supervisor, boss, etc., anybody from administration. They may contact you and say, hey, I need some information. Put it together for me. So what I want you to do is take the spreadsheet that you have that you sent to me. You're going to save a new one. You're going to just save it, rename it, whatever you want to. And then I want you to start to basically put the information together like you're presenting a report to your supervisor. So, for example, I'll kind of get you started a little bit. If you're going to submit something to your supervisor, we probably don't need the instructions on how to complete the stuff, do we? You've already completed all this, all the death rates for each year. We have 2 years here on one spreadsheet. What I would do is start to utilize more sheets down below. So you can add more sheets like that. So you can start to add sheets. I would start to split this information out. I would also make sure that the columns are easily identified. So for example, if you, let's say you want to make one sheet 2015, then maybe you just move over this information here from the 2015. You don't really need this information. I was just given that so you could complete the assignment. You don't need the instructions. So maybe you just copy over that little section. Then maybe do 2016. Just try to clean it up. I'm not really looking, saying, hey, this is how you have to do it. You go ahead and put it together the way you think would look best if you're presenting it to somebody. Once you do this, I want this actually completed. The due dates for both of these exercises will be Monday. That being said, I really need you to submit this to me before I give you the instructions on what we're going to do with it from there. So that being said, you're going to complete this, get it to me, and then I will give you your instructions on what I want you to do in Tableau. It's basically going to be, if we don't clean this up, when you start to use Tableau, it can really get the information kind of out of whack. So I want to make sure it looks clean. So I would shoot to have this piece done by Friday. I may, and you know what, if you get it to me by Friday, that way I can get you the instructions on what you're going to need to do. If you don't have it to me by Friday, what I'll do is I'll post the instructions, on Friday for part 2 of this assignment. That being said, you may be on your own trying to figure out what needs to be done, because then we'll be kind of into the weekend and then everything's due Monday. You really need to give Tableau a little time, especially trying to get them to use it for the first time. So shoot to have this piece done by Friday, the spreadsheet. Then we can go ahead and continue on with part 2. You'll have the weekend and even Monday to do that, and I can help you along the way with any questions. Like I said, I'm going to give you Monday for both of these parts. If you wait till Monday and you start on it and then you're having all kinds of issues with Tableau, I may or may not be able to assist you at that time, just depending on what time you're contacting me. So shoot to have it done by Friday, and then we'll go from there. If you have any questions, just get with me. Thanks. Have a great day.